You know, the thing with plastic surgeries these days is that everybody just feels some type of insecurities within themselves, right? Some get it because they want to look better than everyone else. Others wanting it because they just feel the need to prove to the world that, hey, I'm the sexiest person alive because I have this and that with extra fat in your penises, in your coochies, in your booties, and your breasts. That's literally all this is. Plastic surgery, silicones in your buttocks. That's why we call them BBLs for a reason. But I feel like in Hollywood, you have a whole lot of influencers that are filled with tone deaf and toxicities into their systems to think that it's okay to get these things without realizing and understanding the consequences and the dangers of getting these things in your bodies. Hell, we have like so many deaths of American women going overseas to get this surgery because they want to feel good about themselves. Many times we've heard so many horrific stories of women getting BBLs and they die from it. I just don't understand Hollywood. I don't understand this planet myself, basically. And so, shout out to this content creator, and we're gonna pause, react, and I'm gonna give you my feedbacks. You're gonna hear hers, and you already know when it comes to me spitting facts and how opinionated I am and how informative I've always been. So, yeah, what y'all thoughts on this, man? Link to the original video will be in the description. Let's get to it.
My third facelift.
Are you happy with the results?
I kind of am.
You look
I know I'm shallow, but I am.
You look
Take
worse.
a good look at the face.
Come on.
Ugh.
That is not Demi Lovato. That Demi Lovato does not give me real person vibes.
Is it just me, or do other people get uncanny valley from people with a lot of plastic
Oh,
surgery? You don't
Lord.
look like a human being I see on the regular streets, and it's noticeable.
I am freaking out right now. I just saw a picture of Mandy Moore. Who is that?
What the freak?
If I would have went into a coma
Oh,
5 years
Selena.
ago and woke up today, I
Girl,
wouldn't
what
recognize
the... Yo! Why would you do... What? Did y'all see what... Wait a minute. Am I tripping? Or is that really Selena Gomez? Because the Selena Gomez I know looked at beautiful, looked at normal before. Yeah, she was dealing with lupus and everything, but shawty, what are you doing? Like, you are literally destroying yourself. Like, are you trying to look Asian or something? Because it seems like it's working. You don't look Latina no more. Like, what is going on with these celebrities, bro? It's like, how do you go from being the hottest figure in Hollywood to the most embarrassing looking celebrity out there? I don't want to stand in the industry. I don't.
We've reached a strange point in beauty standards where the more perfect you look, the less beautiful you are. Wild take. But hear me out. Some of the most beautiful women in the world
Look at her, like,
don't
she
look
was so
like
good
themselves
before.
anymore.
But what is
They've
this?
become so snatched, so
Oh.
sculpted, so symmetrical, and now their
Oh, my
faces
God.
all look perfect.
They look like
Not in a
actual
way.
demons.
So let's get this straight. I'm kind of nervous about this video because the last thing I want to do is speak down on a woman's...
No, I'm speaking on it. Did y'all see how Miley Cyrus looked before? Her, Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez. It's like they went from normal looking women to actual demons from hell, bruh. Like, Miley Cyrus got her whole cheeks chopped off, fake nose. You can literally see the bones in her face. Ariana Grande looks absolutely worse. Her and that other actress that promotes witchcrafts. Like, they all look like they just lost weight, like extra weight. They all look anorexic as I don't know what, just to be more attractive in order to spice up their careers. But all it's doing is hurting their own careers and self-esteem. It's like they just get plastic surgeries because they want to look good. You don't. Y'all look worse. I'm sorry.
Something about the new
especially Jenna Ortega
face doesn't sit
What
right
happened to her, bruh?
Literally.
Lord
and
have
there's
mercy.
young girls growing up all around the world thinking that this is right. We're going to talk about the
I blame
almost
feminism.
pretty girl. The girl who has every feature that can make her beautiful according to beauty standards. But these features have literally cut out the warmth, the emotion,
God,
and
Chloe?
that little bit of
I mean, the Kardashians are no surprise to me. They all have plastic surgeries throughout their whole lives. Ever since they went Hollywood, they had to get this surgery. They got to have their nose done. They got to get their butt done. They got to get the BBL. They got to get the big titties. You know, they got to do it for the gram. They got to go, do it for the clout. It's like they're doing this to get attention. The Kardashians are a bunch of tone-deaf people in the family. Transitioning. Some are just straight up idiots. And Rob Kardashian, I feel like he left the spotlight because he didn't want to be around all of the crap that his sisters are into. Maybe that's why he went on a normal life. That's why he got fat. But you know what? The thing about the Kardashians is that they're the type of people that you need to avoid. Nobody likes them. I never liked them in the first place. That's for one thing. And they lied about getting surgeries for years. We all literally confirmed that they literally had their own bodies done. Especially Kim Kardashian. That woman is a known liar. We're not stupid, bruh.
A lot of tough love, so if you cannot stand the heat, the oven is going to be on 450 degrees, so I'm sorry, you're going to have to get out the kitchen. Welcome to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy. I know you don't just give those away for free, but hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. Now, before we spiral any deeper into this almost pretty rabbit hole, because trust me, it goes deep, I need to show y'all an app that literally pays you to do stuff you already do on your phone, and that's Free Cash. Now, a lot of you are going to hear Free Cash and get red flags, but with a 4.8 star rating on Trustpilot and a huge community of people current for what beauty is supposed to look like, they're our main focus for today. And in the early 2000s to 2010s, not only could you see women with natural beauty, you could see faces that looked completely different from each other.
Before Instagram face, beauty used to be bold. Faces were striking and complex, and you could actually remember them. No one trying to blend in with one another, and no one looked the same. There used to be so much mystery and
I think they took inspirations from Michael Jackson. I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but you can clearly see the way Michael Jackson had his nose done, his face done throughout the years, and they probably thought, oh, since Michael Jackson had everything done to his face, I think I could be just like him. I want to look just like him. I want to be like myself, but I want a different nose, a different mouth, a different you know what, because I want to feel good about myself. Again, I'm not trying to be funny, but I really do think that's my official theory, that ever since Michael Jackson had all of these surgeries done to his face, you can clearly tell that a lot of these women are just starting to look like monsters after that. I mean, the 90s, I feel like they were all natural beauties. They didn't need to have all plastic surgeries in order to look good. Growing up, I've always been a big fan of natural born women. You know, naturals are the best. Like, listen, as a man, I love big booties, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not afraid to admit it. But if I see you with a BBL, then I'm gonna have a problem with it. Because if you're that insecure within your own body, why not just go to the gym and actually working for it instead of going under the knife? That's just straight up lazy to me. And nowadays, you see all of that in, in the industry. You see a lot of social media influencers get plastic surgeries because they want to get clout and are hungry for attention. That's the problem I'm seeing. But like I said, all it's doing is making your mental health go down the drain.
Textured, asymmetrical, and expressive.
You could open magazines like InStyle, Essence, and Teen People and see girls and
They look so
women
much
like
better back then.
Beyonce,
Like, look at them. They
Mandy
look
Moore,
good.
Keke Palmer, Amanda Bynes. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat this and make it seem like the beauty standards back in the day couldn't be toxic. Thigh gaps and cheekbones were still glorified. Let's get that settled.
Danielle, you went to the dentist, but you refused to have your gap closed. Do you really think you can have a CoverGirl contract with a gap in your mouth?
Yeah, why not?
This is all people see. It's Easy Reads Beautiful CoverGirl. It's not marketable.
Yeah, just a little bit is
Here's what I don't like about the America's Next Top Model TV show, especially clips like this. She got famous for the infamous fight she had with Tyra Banks at the elimination. I think she fell at some type of modeling challenge or something like that. But the gap in her teeth shouldn't allow her or stop her from getting sponsors or getting brand deals, because anybody with a gap in their teeth, they're going to always be attractive regardless. So even if it's not marketable, you can still make money. You can still get rich because of your looks. I don't know, man. That's just me. I just hate reality shows like that, because the industry is a devil's playground.
I agree. Heroin chic is a style popularized in the early 1990s fashion and characterized by pale skin, dark circles underneath the eyes, emaciated features, androgyny, and stringy hair, all traits associated with the abuse of heroin or other drugs. A 1996 article in the LA Times stated that the fashion industry had a nihilistic vision of beauty that was reflective of drug addiction.
I'm just gonna say this, if the beauty standards back in the day weren't toxic, women wouldn't look like how they look today. Moral of the story, women used to look like themselves. And I know that kind of sounds like an oxymoron because of course women look like themselves. But when we take a look at today, it makes sense why I'm saying that. Over time, natural beauty started to feel outdated. Almost like it wasn't enough to just look like yourself.
Most of my life, I felt self-conscious because I didn't have as much chest as other grown-up women. So I went to the hospital and had what they call plastic surgery.
But why? What was wrong with the way you were?
I just never felt good about myself the way I was.
That's how they is.
As the beauty standards started to get more aggressive and it started to get more accessible in a way that made a lot of women feel like they had to have it, like they had to keep up.
Female celebrities are pretty much in an impossible position where they're required to look perfect and look youthful forever
they're insecure,
in order
that's
to
why.
have a career. But they can't look too overdone or they'll be plastic and they won't look effortless, and that will damage their career because they won't be able to emote and make the facial expressions that they need for acting. I mean, they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. It's no wonder that celebrities are going to seemingly any lengths to look young and flawless forever.
Once celebrities and influencers started showing off these
get that out of my
upgrades, people wanted those results.
I went to Kris Jenner's last guy because the new guy is $1 million.
For a facelift?
For a facelift. And the ladies are lining up. These psycho are calling and using code words and passwords. And you've got to know the password to get Kris Jenner's guy for $1 million.
What?
Most people have a shopping wish list. I have a surgery wish list. Or all the surgeries, treatments, etc. that I would get if money wasn't an issue.
I want this nose.
Oh my God.
I need this nose. I would pay to have this nose.
From the nose jobs to the lip fillers, the brow lifts, and yes.
I'm starting to think that regular people, just like human beings in Hollywood, in the industry, are starting to get really, really obsessed with plastic surgeries because they want to look like a toy model. They want to look like a trophy. They want to look like a piece of bread or something, you know. I can tell you a lot of stuff that went down in the industry, even though I'm not a part of the industry. But just know if I were to be in the industry, I would rather just do it the old-fashioned way. If, let's say, if I'm dating a girl who is going to end up checking me out and we're ending up naked together, if she questions my body parts, let's say my penis, right, then I'm going to end up feeling some type of way and insecure about myself, then I'm going to feel like I need to go to the doctor to get plastic surgery for my you-know-what in order to get the penis enlargement so that I can last longer in the bedroom with my girl. Then that's going to make me feel good. But the thing is, it's not. Because when somebody is questioning about your body part, that means that you're insecure within your own self. Because you want to look like the other person. You want to look like the other nigga. Because you want to be just like them, but in your own mental way. Because once your girl sees you and sees your junk that long, she's going to not want to sleep with you. Not only did you waste your time getting plastic surgery, you wasted your life. All of your hard-working savings for nothing. All because you felt some type of insecurities because somebody told you that your you-know-what is small. Like, I miss the times when plastic surgeries meant something. If somebody was sick, you know, was diagnosed with cancer because they found like a big, giant-sized tumor in your breast or, you know, in your lung. That's what getting surgeries, you know, it's about, in my opinion. Nowadays, you're just getting surgeries because you want to look good for the next cover, you know, for a magazine or a photo shoot or a music video. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, am I making sense or not?
The new go-to look started to become more sculpted and almost exaggerated. And as it became that, it also became more tempting because now you didn't have to be born with it. You could just buy it. So that's when we started to see this unsettling movement of women swapping out their natural beauty for something a bit more
what in the world?
I got my third facelift. They yanked my face. And I said, give me a good yank. I go, doctor, I don't want to see you in 6 months. Give me a good, get in there and just start pulling, just go yanking.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting because people aren't just talking about bad surgery. They're talking about the weird, uneasy feeling they get from just looking at it. Today, there...
Chrissy Teigen? What is this? Not only do you look evil, but you look possessed. And Chloe, you look off. And Zoe, yeah, I don't think a man is going to be attractive to a woman who looks like a monster. I'm sorry. I'm not attracted to this at all. What's so attractive to a woman who has all of this done? I think, you know what? Hey, chat, you want to know what it is? I think is peer pressure. I think there's a lot of peer pressure when it comes to people with high expectations of how you're supposed to look. And as soon as you get all of that done, you feel like it's not good enough. So you just like, you know what? I'm just going to get more of my face done, more of my, my lip filters done, get rid of my wrinkles in my neck, and get my BBL done. It's like, why? I mean, yes, we all age, you know what I'm saying? We're all old. We're not meant to keep up with our youths. We can try if we stay on the right paths. But this right here, this is not attractive. Me sleeping with women like this, it's like me sleeping with a bunch of demons. That's like me going on a special mission somewhere in Dubai, and I see a gorgeous looking woman like this, and my idiot self thinks that she's the hottest because she has this done, nose done, she got a big booty. I'll top that. But then you realize she's an actual demon from the underground. She's an actual demon from the underground. And you can't escape it. There's nothing you can do. You cannot escape her. You cannot run away from her. She'll trap you with her plastic surgeries to the point where she'll force you to accept her the way she is. I'm telling you. And I know this sounds weird for me to say, but you gotta know I'm making sense here, right? The ones that are used to this are probably Sims that'll probably defend this piece of garbage. But this right here is scary. They all look hideous. I'm sorry.
We were taught to want the sharp jawline, the high cheekbones, the big pouty
it's like
lips.
you can't even move your own lips and stuff.
Stunning. Something looks off.
People's faces are really starting to scare me.
I bet.
Your lips don't need to look like they're trying to escape.
And I noticed Nicole Kidman having a weird mouth or something wrong with her face in Aquaman. I literally could not enjoy the movie when she was on screen because it was like something was going on. I don't know if it was like too much Botox because like her face didn't have like movement or anything. But this was terrifying.
And y'all, it's so hard to put it into words without sounding or coming off as rude. But let's be real, a lot of women nowadays, they don't.
Bro, she looks like an alien with the fish face. Like, she's all like this. It's like she can't even look straight. She can't even look normal. She looks like she's brought out on drugs or something, like someone gave her some boat or whatever. This is not normal at all, bruh.
Real person. They almost look like wax figures of
themselves. Women don't really look like human beings anymore. Hundreds of thousands of perfectly beautiful, healthy women, in trying to become even more beautiful, even more perfect, are literally disfiguring their faces with filler.
Mar-a-Lago face is getting a lot of plastic surgery work done, right? Whether it's actually reconstruction or you're just getting injections here, there, and everywhere. But these people do not look like human beings anymore. It's very uncanny valley.
Take Demi Lovato, for example.
Yeah, Demi Lovato, she's had a lot of trauma growing up, being essayed and raped by her own father. And he's currently in jail for life for that, which rightfully so. But then she started spiraling out of control, meaning like she's crashing out, being delusional and saying some stupid stuff. And she was married to the Latino actor, I forgot his name, but he used to host a show called Your Mama. What's his name? I don't know. I don't care. So they got divorced. And it seems like she's trying to get better in life. She's trying to be herself. But as of right now, I just feel like it's hard for me to get behind a person that you try to support, but they keep going back to the same bad habits. I mean, I feel for them. They've been through some trauma in their lives. You know, it's been well documented. Interviews, documentaries, and stuff like that. But at the same time, why get plastic surgeries in order to cope with your feelings? That's like me, if my girl breaks up with me because such and such, and I started crashing out. I give me a bottle of Heineken for the first time. I get drunk and I get loose on the dance floor because I want to feel good about myself. But in the end, all it's doing is making it way worse. I mean, I'd rather pick up a Bible and start praying to Jesus and ask him for guidance and help and lead me to the right direction instead of picking up a booze and getting plastic surgeries to cope with my pain, my feelings, and my negative thoughts. That's not how life works, bruh.
Are appearing in movies and TV shows like Camp Rock, Barney and Friends, and Sunny with a Chance.
Hey, I'm Demi Lovato from Camp Rock. Hello? And you're watching Disney Channel.
And behind the scenes, she was struggling with something that not even a lot of adults can handle. From eating disorders to battles with addiction, Demi's journey hasn't been easy. So seeing her healthy and thriving today is amazing.
Once I relapsed, the floodgates were open. Within a couple of weeks, I called a dealer and I was like, do you have and he said no, but I have and I was like,
the 27-year-old went on to explain how she's come to be more accepting of her body.
Now when I look in the mirror and I start to have a negative thought, so what I say to myself is, nope, you're healthy and I accept you.
When someone's been through that much, it's not surprising they'd probably want to look like a completely new version of themselves.
Why?
So as she's...
I mean, look at her cheekbones. Like, bro. What? The nose, the lips. You look like a retired porn star. Just why? Like, I got to know just why, bro.
People have started to talk.
That is not Demi Lovato, and I don't care what anybody says. She went through a rough patch, and I'm all about healing. But that Demi Lovato does not give me real person vibes.
Something about her new look looks unfamiliar. Her face is a bit more uplifted, cheeks are a bit more hollowed, and her lips are
instead of a round face,
pouty, almost to the point where it seems like she can't even close them. There's almost an uncanny, unemotional stiffness to her face.
When I was a preteen, the beauty standard was heroin chic. It was the very, very, very frail, thin looking people. The beauty standards were just so unrealistic. And so I wanted to be that role model for myself.
There seems to be a pattern here. We see celebrities, and most of them being child stars, like Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande, Miley Cyrus. Women who had a distinct, unique look to them.
They all... What the f... Yeah. You know, if I were to be in the industry, I would not do the stuff that they're doing. I would hate myself to even do something like that.
Ultra snatched look, and they just look like a shell of their past self.
I keep seeing Miley Cyrus.
Oh, Jesus.
And something about it is like really off. Like she just doesn't even look like a real person.
There was a selfie from the music video.
Ugh.
But then, like, when you watch the music video...
Oh, my God.
She just looks so...
Oh, my God.
I don't know, it's, like, off.
Selena Gomez's name has been coming up a lot, and I know it's a sensitive topic because a lot of people argue that her new look is tied to her lupus diagnosis. And while she's been incredibly open about her health, she's had a kidney transplant, she takes a lot of medication,
I remember hearing about
she has weight fluctuations that comes with it.
I had arthritis. My kidneys were shutting down. I just my mentality was just to keep going.
But even with all of that in mind, people are noticing something else. Something that normally doesn't tie into health.
Why is she transforming into an elderly Chinese woman? 18 million
That's
views,
what I'm thinking.
13,000 likes is crazy. People on social media have been talking about Selena Gomez's new look, saying that she does not look like the same person at all. She looks a little bit more gaunt. She looks a little bit older. It's true that she always has had a fuller face in the past, and she says that a lot of her appearance changes is due to her lupus. Meanwhile,
lupus is not an excuse, bro. You got plastic surgery because you want to look different. I understand that, you know, everybody is dealing with their own personal health, but you're blaming lupus for your different appearances. Stop the lies, bro. You have plastic surgeries. You had your face done. We're not dumb.
surgery.
Her features look more sculpted, lifted, and tighter in ways that feel like they go beyond what lupus alone could cause. And that's where the conversation gets a little uncomfortable because no one wants to criticize.
Look at that. She looks so much better back then.
Is coping with her illness, but when the changes start to feel more...
Ew! Again! What is this? Yo! She looks like Liu Kang when he was a transgender. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. Oh my God, she looks like Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat 2. Not the movie, but the game. But you go almost imagine Liu Kang being a transgender. This is what I picture him looking like. This is not sexy at all. This ain't Selena Gomez. This is Liu Kang Gomez. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Opens the door for a lot of people to question what's going on. And wow, are they questioning?
Does having lupus make you Chinese?
Yeah.
I don't think it does. I think this is a plastic surgery thing. I could be wrong. If you're a person with lupus and then, you know, suddenly people start referring to you as Xiang Mei, hit me up. I want to know your story.
Comments like, she looks so fake, she's in her Area 51 era, Selena Gomez is hard to look at, are like popping up in comment sections everywhere. And y'all, as cruel as these comments...
No, they're not cruel. They're just being honest because they don't recognize the same celebrities that they idolized growing up. Until that person is starting to look like a demon from the other side, then they have every right to roast them. Like, come on, I'm not supposed to support them, call them cute and sexy when they got all of this done. Nigga, that's not how life works, bruh. Like, getting plastic surgeries on your body and your face is a major turn on for me. Like, do you know, like, imagine if I bring home a girl and she looks like a one-and-done adult film star. You know my family would not approve of the person I'm dating because of how she looks. Too much makeup, too much filter, nose done, cheeks done, eyes done, breast done, BBL. Do you know how embarrassing that would be for me if I brought home a chick that looks like that? I would not see the light of day, or better yet, date ever again. No siree.
We can't deny why there's a reaction to celebrities' new faces because it's for a reason.
So recently Jenna was in Paris for the premiere of
Oh,
Wednesday season
no.
2. Here's a before and after.
Oh,
She
my
looks
God.
very different. But people are not happy with this difference, and because of it, she's receiving thousands of nasty hate comments. People saying that she looks
Jenna.
malnourished. People are accusing her of being on snow, and overall, just saying a lot of very mean things.
Lord have mercy. Okay. Jenna. She's another one that sold her soul to the industry. I remember doing videos of her in the past when she was talking about, you know, why Hollywood needs to stop replacing men with females to play iconic roles. When she was talking about the James Bond movie, I did a video on that. But then I started to notice her appearances in the red carpet, and all of a sudden her face looks like someone just gave her a mean right hook to the point where she had to correct her face, correct her nose, and her cheekbones look so out of place. It's like you don't even see none of that. She looks like this. Like, that's literally how all of them look now. It's scary.
Beauty and being pretty wasn't perfect. Well, fast forward to today, beauty is perfect. You basically have to look perfect to be considered pretty, especially with comments like these and the comments I just read. That only adds to the pressure of having to be perfect.
For a few years, I have felt this constant pressure to be the prettiest in every space I walk into. And I think it's really hitting me today because I'm noticing that constant stress I add to myself is weighing on me mentally and physically. I feel crazy because I'm like, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I have to be the prettiest everywhere I go?
And for a lot of women, that pressure turns into procedures. If we take all the Botox, the fillers, the surgery, the Ozempic, we get a woman that looks like a prettier version of herself, but not entirely. That's because the version was pushed too far, and instead of looking natural, she looks man-made.
When I see a celebrity like this, first I get uncanny valley unease, but also, and I feel bad about this, so just know I feel bad already. I don't find them pretty anymore, and not because their new features aren't pretty, because someone can have these features naturally be gorgeous. There's something Frankenstein about all these celebrities having these cut and paste parts to the point where they're not even themselves anymore. Actually reminds me of The End of Death Becomes Her. They've just replaced their parts so many times, and they're so botched. It's like good from far, but far from good. And beyond this, making you look kind of like a wax museum version of yourself, it also moves away from whatever made you in the first place, okay? So here's Zoe Kravitz, here's Shania Twain, Kate Beckinsale, here's Demi Moore. Wait, my favorite one's ever. Here's Lea Michele, and there's Demi Lovato again. This one's more subtle, but here's Dakota Johnson. And for the record, she used to look like this. First of all, everybody said, give me this jawline, the lips of a fish, hollowed out cheeks. Everybody has the same eyebrows. All of this combined with Ozempic just makes everybody look like this creepy, almost pretty version of themselves, but it's just not pretty because it's missing a crucial ingredient to beauty, which I think might be authenticity.
One crucial shift in society to blame for this, and I was going to call it a hot take, but it's not a hot take. It makes a lot of sense. And that is the rise of AI beauty. I'm talking about the filters that
AI has completely
what a beautiful face is supposed to look like entirely. These filters don't just smooth the skin and remove pores. They literally rebuild you.
If you don't look drop dead gorgeous with this filter, there is no hope for you.
They lift your cheekbones. They pinch your nose smaller. They make your lips bigger. And they give everyone that same...
That's just like catfishing. I heard some horrific stories about men try to meet with a girl that they just met for the first time. And as soon as you see them in person, they look like something out of the ordinary, which is beyond worse. Their face don't look like how they look in their profile. Their bodies don't look like how they look in their profile. Their bodies don't look like how they look in their profile. It's like you're just catfishing niggas everywhere, but you can't even be natural with yourselves. You can't even be honest with yourselves. You steady wanting everything from a guy to be XYZ 100% with everything he does. But as soon as he takes a look at you, and if you don't look like how you look in the profile and on social media, which we all know 95% of the time, you Photoshop your body. And where does that lead to? Murder, suicide, depression, anxiety, mental health issues because of stuff like this. Y'all keep playing with life, and you know karma will get to you. Watch.
Part is, we accepted that as beautiful. We got so used to seeing these faces so often, these warped faces. They started to look normal, and they started to become our beauty standard.
AI is about to change the way that we assess beauty, sort of like how plastic surgery did. And the very first thing that I thought of was this one creator. I'm going to show you. I'm not even going to really talk about her or her videos, just the imagery that she uses in it, and all of them are all AI generated. I don't know what her prompt is, but I imagine it's literally just like model or pretty model, and this is what it spits out. But the images that her AI spits out, they're all kind of weird. Because while there are women out there who do kind of look like this, it's interesting to think that her AI, when prompted to develop a pretty woman or a model woman, it thinks that all of them look like this. I imagine as a woman or even like a young teenage girl, seeing images like that are only going to get more and more common on the internet, like that's kind of like mess with your brain and what you think that you should look like. I just don't like it.
Now, I want to show y'all a real example of this. Stick with me. There's a rise of women who are using a silly filter. Filters that most people would say are ugly. But these women use these filters so much, they actually started to love how they look with them. They actually started to see themselves as beautiful with this filter. So think about it. The more you look at a filter or a surgically altered face, at first, it probably looks weird. But the more you look at it, the more you think it looks okay.
This distortion of reality aligns with the cultivation theory, which suggests that long-term exposure to media content shapes viewers' perception of reality, which is like...
He ain't wrong.
And in the context of beauty standards, repeated exposure to idealized celebrity images can gradually alter our understanding of what's normal or attainable in terms of our appearances.
I feel like a lot of these women, especially the celebrities, they look more expensive than expressive.
They look like death.
That's the best way I can word it. It's almost like once you get to a certain stature, once you have enough money, you have to have this ultra snatched, sculpted look. Because Mabe starts saying that you look old or tired or like you let yourself go.
None of these women would be getting a call back if Clueless was being remade today, and that's because the beauty standard in Hollywood has changed so much since 1995 that arguably some of the most beautiful women in the world would not have a chance today. Her face is too expressive, her face is too plain, and Stacey...
I think our standard of beauty is starting to shift to accept more AI filtered and uncanny looks, and a lot of women are thinking that that's beautiful. But beauty is not supposed to be predictable. You don't have to change yourself to be what you think beauty looks like, because then it'll make you look like an unnatural shell of yourself. Just be yourself. That's it.
And shout out to this content creator, and she said it best. Be yourself. Please, for the love of God, be yourself. Don't be like these monsters in the industry and the social media influencers in real life. They all want plastic surgeries because they're insecure within themselves. They want to look good. They want to look this and that. You heard me say this 100 times in the video, but I'm going to keep on saying it. Because this needs to be heard. This needs to be talked about. You know? I just think that what's going on with Demi Lovato... I just think that what's going on with Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus, Jenna Ortega... any other women in the industry that I've seen have gotten so much worse. BBLs and just don't care, bro. So my advice to anybody that is watching this video, don't be lazy. Go to the gym. Get what you're dreaming for. Chase what you're getting. Chase what you're chasing for. Get what you want and embrace what you have. Work for it. Don't be lazy. Do not go under the knife. Unless you have some extra fat in you, then yeah, get it off of you. If you're sick with a cancer, if you have a tumor, go get checked out. Go get that removal with surgery. But don't get BBLs and plastic surgeries in order to feel good about yourself. All it's going to do is mess up your mental health. That's all I got to say, man. Link to the original video. You know what to do.